Welcome to the final part of Super Bomberman 3. I'm Shadow Warrior Luke.
And I'm Red Silvers.
And this was something like my 8th attempt at this. It was about 3 in the morning by the time I actually finished. And
So that's like early afternoon for you.
True, but it was still pretty annoying that I died so much, and you can't go back to earlier stages when you've finished all of the bosses. So
that's kind of random.
Yeah, you have to use a password to go back to, say, the stage 5 boss, and then do that again if you want to go farm for items. There is a bit of mercy in this, though. It does offer some stuff, like you saw earlier there was a Louis egg. On this area there's a remote bomb.
So even if you don't have items, you still have a chance to get powered up.
Yeah.
Did the password save your items, or is it not that generous?
They don't save your items, but there are special passwords that will give you full power. I think the one to get to this stage with full power is 0606. For anyone who's masochistic enough to want to start on the final level. This is an 8-area gauntlet that you have to go through. And there's a lot of enemies that are just unfair.
So it's kind of like it's one big stage.
Yeah. Like the worst incarnation of the living blocks. They take 2 hits and they can punch out in 2 directions. On top of that, you've got living bombs, you've got the jet thingies, the
Random spinny fireballs.
Yep, and the green rocket things that are invincible for longer than...
It's a random spinny fireball that also bounces on a spring.
Well, Bagular's creative if nothing else.
Because, either one of those two things by itself is an interesting enemy, but when you combine them...
Well, he had to do something while his 5 henchmen were taking over the other planets. Then there's the eyeball things. They can jump over your bombs. I don't really know what determines it, but they'll jump over your bombs and scatter. Like that.
They remind me of the final boss in Kid Rat.
I haven't read that in ages.
I don't even know if you can read it on any browsers anymore, because last time I tried it didn't work too well. Because of all the crazy HTML stuff that he did to make it animate.
Yeah. And I'm a bit panicked now. Well, I was a bit panicked when I was playing this now because I lost the Louis and I was thinking, oh god, I don't want to lose my heart as well. And obviously, with as many tries as I'd done already, I was just...
You knew how possible it was.
Yeah. Spoiler, I don't lose anything... Well, I don't die and lose all my remote bombs and die over and over. Yeah, those green things are annoying as hell.
The one that shot the arrow at you?
Yeah. Because they can go into an electric bubble type thing and they're invincible when they do so. And because I've mentioned it a lot in the game, I should talk about the music. So the music for this is actually a remix from the original Bomberman. When you pick up an item, the track changes to, well, the first 10 seconds or so of this, not so much the middle bit.
I don't think you mentioned anything about the music in the last video.
Yeah, that was another original one as far as I know.
And that guy's just stuck.
Yeah.
He's
I was
not having a
debating
good
whether or
day.
not to, like, look in the block to see if there was a Louis egg, but I decided against it. Louis eggs are not worth it.
The spring bouncing flamethrower guys just totally seem like a Dr. Wily invention.
Yeah. Next Archie Comics crossover, Mega Man and Bomberman.
I think they did a little dinky. They do a little, like, off-panel joke at the end of the comics. I think they did something like that. But I could be totally wrong, too.
Well, I've only read the first volume of the Mega Man comics.
That reminds me, I need to order my next batch of those. To the YouTube, or to the website. I have almost the full series of those now.
I'm still trying to track down volume 2 before I go on to buying volume 3 and 4.
I don't know how hard if they have them. I know that with where you're at in the world, I don't know how easy it is to get them from Archie, but I think you can order it directly from them.
Right.
That's how I got most of my back issues.
So again, I'm trying to debate whether or not to blow up more blocks, see if there's a Louis egg. And those red ones blow up as soon as you hit them with a bomb.
And there's another enemy that's just stuck.
Yep, serves him right.
Usually you think they'd go out of their way to stop that from happening.
Yeah, like the living block right there. Thank you very much, game. I think I was just panicked at this point. Like, okay, I think stage 7 is the final one before the boss, so I was kind of, oh, do I do this, do I do that? I don't want to die again. I've died enough.
Right.
It's 3 AM.
I just want to finish so I can go to bed.
Yep. But here we are at the boss.
Epic beard man.
So he floats
he
around and puts up a barrier, and as I mentioned, he uses the slime bombs.
So
and
he's
when he
not
takes
going
a
to
hit,
fight you in awesome mech.
Yeah. When he takes a hit, he sets off living bombs and floats, so you can't actually hit him with a bomb until he puts up another barrier.
Okay.
It's a good idea to keep at least one living bomb on the screen, and I just took a hit there. I was like, oh my god.
I don't want to die here.
Yeah.
So that's the same bomb, the one that you didn't actually show off.
Yeah. Well, one of them anyway. But here we go. He's beaten, so he summons the 5 bad bombers, and they combine.
With your powers combined.
It's a Megazord.
I am Captain Planet.
It's a Megazord of Bombermen, and it's really big and dangerous. And we're screwed now because I don't have any hits left.
Oh no.
No, actually, it's completely easy with remote bombs because he'll just fire off the magnets. It's supposed to have all 5 bad bombers' powers, but if you've got remote bombs, you can just completely trivialize it. As you see,
It's like a gimmick in his AI or something.
I think so. But, you know, as I said, 3 in the morning, I just said, screw it, I want to be done. I'm just.
Besides, if you're going to show it off, you might as well show off the way to cheese it.
Yeah, true enough.
They all face fault together.
Yep.
And Bomberman just kind of vanished.
Yep, he's making his daring escape.
Dun 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 dun.
Sadly not.
At least this time it's not a planet exploding, it's a ship. It makes sense. A ship that you set off like 30 bombs in anyway.
Yeah. But there's actually a strange bit of continuity in that. You saw that thing that flew off along with Bomberman.
Yeah.
You'll see what that is at the end, but that actually ties into the second Bomberman N64 game, Bomberman Hero, where a lot of the game is spent trying to revive Baguilar's body. I don't know what's going on there, it just flashed like that in the recording.
That's not supposed to do that, huh?
No.
They're having a light switch rave party.
Yeah. And those are all the multiplayer characters you can play as. Some very odd ones. They all represent a country as well.
So you have the old man, you've got the cowboy,
The cowboy's America, obviously. The punk rocker's England. I don't know what the thought process was behind that.
And then you get like a little recap of all the stages, huh?
Yep. And a credits medley.
Credits medleys are the best thing.
Yep, I love credits medleys. But there's also one character who is not actually listed in the in that list of the multiplayer characters that we saw in that ending, and it's actually Pretty Bomber.
Oh no. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Well, they all have the same sort of play style. It's just when they're computer controlled, they have differing AI, as far as I remember. And there she is.
Is that her right there? That's,
yeah.
I was
Still a villain.
I just love that America's the cowboy guy.
Yeah. I think the big tribal guy's from Kenya or something like that.
And then the old guy with the beard was supposed to be Japan?
China. Bomberman himself is
that
Japan.
That makes sense.
And obviously
It's like, I'd try and guess some of the others, but I didn't get a really good look at all of them, so...
There's a Russian Bomberman, a Mexican Bomberman.
Is the Mexican one wearing a sombrero and a poncho?
No, it's the really tall one. You can see him now.
Oh, is he the one on top there?
Yeah.
With the glasses?
Yeah. I have a very strange idea of what Mexico is like. Pretty Bomber is actually France. I don't know how that works.
I'm not sure.
Japan.
Because I figure they'd throw out, like, you know, like the striped shirt and the baguette and the beret.
Yeah. So here we are in space. The Stinger.
No one can hear you scream. There's totally going to be something hidden here, isn't there?
Yeah. It's Baguilar. His brain is alive and in a jar. And Bomberman Hero is spent trying to get him away from being a brain in a jar.
Only I have the brains to rule the Lilat system.
Or Planet Bomber. But anyway, that's the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if you thought my commentary sucked.
You can blame the new guy.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I'll see you for my next LP, whenever that is.
Well, thanks for sharing.